We have very fine people, Dog and Nick and the whole crew are doing a tremendous job. And from where I sit, if it gets any worse, I'm going to recommend that they take legal action, because this is totally unreasonable. And law enforcement and the community working together will solve this crime.
Right. Oh, amen. Bruce,
Officer Nielsen, Nick the Hat, and Tony Mathis are harassing innocent families, committing financial crimes and laundering money. They have been reported to the... Okay, yeah, I think that might be the same one. Fraudulent identities discovered. At Night has uncovered an individual actively utilizing multiple aliases and fraudulent identification cards to obstruct the investigation. The individual has attempted to gain employment at Night under false pretenses, volunteer to insert themselves into the investigation, and pose as fake tipsters to misdirect teams to regions far removed from the true scene of the crime. At Night reaffirms its conviction that Sebastian is still alive. Furthermore, based on emerging patterns and intelligence, we are growing increasingly concerned that his disappearance might be linked to, oh my goodness, to trafficking related activities, particularly labor, and are exploring potential organized crime, include sending threatening emails and orchestrating harassment campaigns aimed at intimidating At Night employees, disrupting government operations, and deceiving the public will be identified and held accountable. Preparations are underway to file immediate injunctions and pursue criminal charges against those responsible where the law permits. Findings will be released to the public without redactions, if any form to encourage, or of any, without any redactions of any form to encourage transparency and public discourse. They're just going to throw their names out there. Activation of rapid response phase. At Night is launching a rapid response phase to accelerate the release of information gathered between September the 3rd and to present day. The phase will ensure that the public is fully informed, bypassing misinformation and showing exactly what has occurred in the...
Metal Dust says, Texas Roadhouse Management has made statements, yes, we knew they did, about people coming inside and harassing employees over video and KP being there. My cousin lives there and told me it is happening. Thank you, Metal Dust. So it is true. Okay, so if there's any people that were... Let's see here. Okay, there was a question. You wanted to know about the FedEx truck. Let me ask real quick. I don't have to mute you. I'm just going to text it. We could have been texting, I guess, all along too, huh? Well, this person is going to find out answers to your questions, and so we will get to hear from them again. Yeah, what is of interest to Sumner County? Exactly, in my opinion. Okay, well, here's the point. If they want to stand behind Seth, they just be ready to arrest and transport. Okay. Okay. Oh, my Lord. You all, we're not hanging up. I just received notice that the cops are at the Proudfoot house. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say anything yet. They're going to, oh my goodness. Okay, well, whatever. Sorry.
Son. And look, the bounty hunter who is helping in Sebastian's search. He's helping Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, look for his missing son. And a little later in the show, I'm going to be speaking with Seth Rogers, who has not given up on finding his son.
He needs to call 911. And if somebody has him, you need to give him back. He's my son. And he doesn't belong to nobody, but damn it, he's mine.
Now, the teen with autism has been missing since February from the Hendersonville, Tennessee home that he shared with his mother and with his stepfather. I want to welcome in now our very special guest, Dwayne Chapman, a.k.a. Dog the Bounty Hunter, and he's also accompanied by his attorney, Bruce Castor. Good morning to you both. Doug, I want to begin with you, please. When you think about, all of the things that could have happened with Sebastian, I want to ask you, based on all of the facts and information that you know, what is your theory, the theory of the case that you have, and what is helping you in aiding in your pursuit of him?
Well, two questions. The theory is, my theory, the only theory that I have is he's missing. Whether he's still alive or not, that's not, I thought in the beginning that he might be alive, and the more tips we have, the more people, the more things we're figuring out, he might not be alive. So it's not my theory of how I find people. Sometimes it's completely different than what I think. And the way we find him and help is someone, we know there's two people that were involved in his disappearance, but someone else has to know. And $100,000 reward that's been put up is, $1/10,000,000. That's a lot of money. So we're waiting on we have 833 Tail Dog. My partner, Nick the Hat, has got his number out there. We're waiting for someone to family tie between either side of the family, between sexual perversion, really bad. I mean, there's a lot of things that the public can look at before, it goes to a jury. And all roads lead to Rome.
Doug, tell us about the roads that you've been walking along in your search. Would you kind of bring us into your world? What have you been doing on the ground there? Tell us a little bit about how your searching process goes, if you would, please.
Well, we don't have a crystal ball. I'm follow the words of Jesus. So, I can't look and say, Jesus, where is he? So the only roads to Rome are people that call in and leave tips. Someone else knows what happened. Absolutely. In a 10-year career, I've captured, or a 48-year career, I've captured more than 10,000 fugitives. And this is not my first rodeo looking for a lost child. We've been 100% successful in that. And the reason why is people need to call in and to tell us what's going on. We've got leads. A lot of leads are credible, and some leads are, Dog, when are you going to get a show? We love you, Dog. We love Francie. We love that. We love you too, but stay off the line. We need credible leads.
Absolutely. Well, you are beloved, Doug. I know you don't need me to tell you that. And believe me, everybody has the world of confidence in you. When we found out that you were joining the search, I was asking my power panel on the show, who are you going to bet on finding Sebastian, Doug or the FBI? And everybody's saying you. Everybody wants to take that bet with you. And so tell us, does that put any pressure on you? Tell me, does it fuel your fire? What do you think when you hear so much confidence from the public in you and in the work that you do?
Well, that incites me. I get all excited because I am the greatest bounty hunter in the world. No one can ever catch over 10,000 fugitives. No one. FBI works Monday through Friday. The marshals are the only ones come close, and they got to have 12. I'm sorry, marshals, but they're the more it just gets us excited, gets us crazy. And I have a team. My Francie helps me. Many people help me. Nick the Hat, my team, and then I have one of the greatest lawyers in the world for this particular subject. I mean, this guy is like it's just incredible. So anywhere you go, you must have a good lawyer in this business. So please, let's pass this on to him.
Isn't that the truth? Well, and Bruce, I'm not just saying this. I said to Doug when we were doing his mic check right before the show, what a fine lawyer he has in you. So I know legally he's in great hands. Bruce, anything that you would like to add? I know you're here primarily to accompany Doug with this appearance. Is there anything that you think that's important to note with respect to the search and Doug's involvement in leading the charge to help Seth Rogers find Sebastian?
Well, as a more than 3-decade law enforcement official myself in Pennsylvania, a former district attorney and former attorney general, I know what the local authorities must be feeling and the frustration they must be feeling. And I know from my own experience that sometimes you need to rely on people like Dog, experts that are willing to give their time and energy to come and assist law enforcement in doing their job. And
still with me, Dwayne Chapman, a.k.a. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Want to welcome in also Seth Rogers' attorney, Tony Mathis. And we're working on getting Seth Rogers reconnected. Full disclosure, my friends, this is a world of live TV. We had Seth with us a moment ago and his signal dropped out, so we're going to be welcome.
I don't know. I mean, that's one thing. My whole career, people have threatened to kill and destroy and this, and I'm a this and I'm a that. So I really don't pay any attention to that unless they're within 100 yards. And then my wife Francie she's a dead shot. So, really, we don't care. Everywhere she goes, she packs a real gun everywhere. We're in Florida. We go to different states. That's a pistol packing mama. So, and there's more than 9 shots in her gun. So we don't worry about that, because God, I'm on a mission from God. And if someone takes me out, then the next breath I have will be in the arms of Jesus. So come on with it,
You're unafraid. I love it. Unafraid and such a man of faith. That's really admirable, Doug. Tony Mathis, let me talk to you, please. As we're working to get your client, Seth Rogers, Sebastian's father, all ready to join us, what do you think is important for everyone to know at this point in the search for Sebastian, Tony?
Well, Julie, first off, let me correct you. I am his spokesperson. I'm certainly not an attorney.
Oh, we got some wrong information. I'm sorry. Thank you for that correction.
Verify that he was alive and well.
When I talked to him on Thursday,
How often do you see him?
I get to see him every other weekend, if he's on like a spring break or a fall break, or he's got an extended time away from school for like school days. When
you take this case, now that you're on board, how do you do things differently? And since it's been 6 months plus, how do you even begin?
Well, we began at the very beginning. I thought Sean may be involved in some kind of disappearance, or I thought the little boy was deceased. Days now into it, I have talked to Sean. I know that he was working. This guy can barely even talk without crying. Listen, I'm going to hunt these people down. I think the boy is still alive. I'm telling you right now, Ashley, I think this little boy was stashed somewhere because custody was just going to get very soon, very, very soon. Mr. Rogers was going to get custody of his son. And I think there's so much jealousy. You know the old saying, if you can't have him, if I can't have him, nobody will have him. I think that's exactly what we're seeing.
Wins, I'm going to go ahead and bring you up. Did you? Okay. Hello, my love.
Hi there. How you doing, Betty?
I am doing well. Look at you. Okay. Go ahead, reality.
So, I have questions about the flyer and how they said that he was last seen on the 26th. How do they know that he was seen on the 26th?
They 100% would put money on it that this is true. Okay. Let's just say, I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm going to tell you that I 100% trust them. Okay. 7, come on in, guys. All right. So let's get back to it. I talked to someone today. Okay. I was informed that, according to this person, when news got out that people had seen footage of the Texas Roadhouse, KK and SF rushed to the Texas Roadhouse in hysterics, demanding the footage from that night. Where? We're not over here harassing, defaming, belittling, falsely accusing. None of that's happening at all. None.
These are not for. Nick also put this up. Oh, yeah. Nick also put this up. And I know you all, like I said, these are not for us. These are for the criminals involved because they understand each of these messages. We
Doesn't put anything out before he vets it first to make sure
No.
that whoever gave it to him, it's true.
Right.
But he Zoomed with her. He had a Zoom call with her.
Wait, with the nurse? I mean, with the teacher?
I'm reading Dustin's comment right now because I Zoomed with her.
Wow.
Your mind is asking questions.
It's
So
actually marketing brilliance. It really is.
It is, and I think that's what I said when we were discussing it. It's brilliant marketing. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. It just would imprint on your memory stronger than just a regular missing sign, because you see,
get them to like pay hush. He's very good for. Well, I don't want to go into all the name dropping. The point being, he's done a lot of work for Taylor Swift. These people very often have people come after them and try to commit frauds against them, try to get them to like pay hush money for things that didn't happen, things like that. Nick the Hat and his team, they are fixers for the rich and famous. They're big money people. That Miley Cyrus is their friend, right? And his job is to protect the rich and famous from character assassination. Alpha Male said they have resources. They know what to do. All right.
Did you hear that, everybody?
Money. Illuminati, you don't know what you're talking about, girl. You don't. You're taking an opportunity to be, again, to get this illusion that you're such a badass and you're going to beat people up and all that foolishness. But the truth is, you're dealing with an infrastructure now. This is a really powerful group of people, and the truth is, they could destroy you and never look back.
Bam! She said it. You go, Jules.
Anyway, thank you, Josh, for inviting me up on the platform. Chris, you're a little fucking bitch. All right, my son was a bigger man than you. He still is a bigger man than you. And I tell you what, go take my nuts out of your fucking mouth. My nuts don't belong in your fucking mouth. Nothing against it, but that's just not my cup of fucking tea. You fucking cocksucker piece of shit. You put your hands on females. You put your hands on kids. I'm a grown fucking man. Guess what? I'm in my fucking house right now. You know where I fucking live. You've been to my house to drop my son off. You can show the fuck up. I don't give a flying fuck. You keep running your goddamn mouth. You triggered about the billboards? Guilty conscience? Do you think that they're talking to you? Because billboards don't talk anything. They just say something. I'm fucking over your mouth. I don't come on my panel, and I don't sit there and trash talk the miscreants that you fucking hang out with. All right? But listen, I know well shit that fucking gets you is better than you. We all know who wears pants in the family. If you're so breastfed by your mama, Why the fuck can't you treat a woman with respect? Fucking cunt. Excuse me. You're just a little bitch. There's nothing about you that fucking scares me. You know where the fuck I am. You know my phone number. So you can fuck off. I've told people to fuck off before. I'll tell you to fuck off again. Bring your ass to my house, I'll tell you to fuck off in front of it. You need to watch your goddamn self. Because you're pissing off more than just me. My son's a bigger man than you. My son knows how to treat people with respect. My son understands what respect is. You're just a waste of fucking flesh and the best part right now, somebody's leg.
Advise something and or the 50 potential does listed. I'd rather not comment on that, but somebody just sent me a message and they're asking me. So what I said is the attorney representing this case is the former state attorney general for the state of Pennsylvania. I did not state that this is a criminal matter and he is prosecuting. He is in private practice now, and he is the former state attorney for the state of Pennsylvania.
Not one. You fucking were. Are you serious? You keep saying that you don't spread misinformation. You ran with a criminal investigation for over 24 fucking hours. It came from your fucking mouth first. It came from your fucking platform, not mine. My platform, my page.
You're so like.
Put it out from March 4th.
What misinformation specifically did I spread?
Criminal investigation. You put that out for over 24 hours.
I never said it.
All right, we have some additional updates on Sebastian Rogers. Authorities are scaling back search and rescue efforts and calling it an investigation, a criminal investigation with the possibility of foul play. Efforts will continue just with a different approach. This is based off the fact that there is no surveillance footage of.
Is that I think we're close. I kind of think it might happen this week. That'd be my prediction.
That's a bold statement.
And that's just because I think that I know it's just a prediction, so who knows, right? But just the way the momentum's been going, the boldness of Sumner County in some ways, they have been more close, holding their cards close to the vest in the past. But they, now in response to letters, are openly saying it's a criminal investigation to the citizens, where they wouldn't do that before. They came out and had a comment about that video. They're talking a little more. Just the way the crowd feed are acting. I just think I have been predicting for months. And, if you get a prediction right, you get it right. And if you don't, it doesn't matter really. I have kind of thought that we would be court reporters by the summer. That's kind of been the prediction I've been making. And the Sumner County so far has had a thing for dates. On the 6-month anniversary, they did the reward announcement for the FBI, even though they knew about it several days earlier. They wanted to meet with Seth on Sebastian's birthday. And again, that kind of controlled the narrative a little bit for Sumner County, because Seth came out right away after that meeting and was like, he was back on board with Sumner at that point, where they had kind of an icy, or at least a distant kind of relationship for half a year almost.
Right.
And so, if they're kind of aware of public perception and things like that, then it would not shock me if on the 25th or the 26th we have an arrest. We've heard this part of it or not, but
the rumor is
it's a confirmed rumor.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a confirmed rumor for us. But they attended at least one of their interviews with their lawyer present. So
just think about that for a minute.
Yeah. So I'm going to get into that in a moment.
Yeah.
So we've heard the rumor back in around October or so. People were saying that Katie stopped talking and she's now lawyered up. We kind of believe that was the truth, but we don't, 100% do we know that? Tony says, you remember all those interviews that Seth had attorneys with him? Easiest question. I think if I ask any of you right now, who's the party responsible for Sebastian's disappearance? Parties are that are responsible for the disappearance of Sebastian. And I haven't really had any questions about this for a while. Exactly who did what is the tougher part of the question, but the who's responsible, the who has the guilty knowledge, at least the core people, is to me pretty easy to answer. And it's not even really, in a way, this isn't even our opinion. We are locals. We've been here a long time. We even before we were living here, we had tons of connections here. We've had people in law enforcement in various parts of government here locally that we know, even before we were doing our podcast, for the last year, have been telling us all consistently the same thing. And we've heard it from day one up to present. It's never changed. And that's that Sumner County knows exactly who's responsible for Sebastian's disappearance. They're just trying to prove it. And that message has never changed. These are good sources. So it's not my opinion telling you that it's inside the home, that it's the Proudfoot family that's the leading suspects here.
In your opinion.
Not my opinion. This is what I'm told.
Right.
That's not an opinion. That's a fact. I've been told this.